Hi guys, and welcome to my continuation of Final Fantasy XIV. Sorry for not being live yesterday, but I wasn't feeling very, not so feeling so well yesterday mentally, and it was the reason. Anyways, just have to quick switch to the Discord and okay, so well, now I should be. I should be live. Okay. Um, here's okay. What now? Uh, okay, so yes. Just have to do a quick look where. What's my stone to keep? Oh, okay, so I have to go to the quick saves. soon. The Heavens Award. The Heavens Award add-on. First add-on. Cause this filler crest here feels like forever. We are concerned that Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Hall too much to bear. The long way they've been. Sequestered aboard the ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch the limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain the strength. What's news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. It's their odds immortal flames can do. I fear that exceeds our mandate. Where it's a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the service of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well, we should begin to contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen this good people, it is the last I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Uldar, Lady Ugiri. And you in Revenant's Hall, my lord. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do, Lady Ugiri. Let us put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? Mistress Momodi is quite right. There's much to be done, Marker. I would like you to visit Gigion, the 77 caravans representative in Garpian Crossing to ensure that everything goes according to plan. Central, so no one is... Systems and one. Before that, maybe I can... I should look. That means the open PvP. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Housing area, I guess. I just want to. What? No. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Cassie Parker. How you doing? Hello. Okay. I really have to read about this housing stuff. Welcome to Welcome. May I say what an honor and a privilege it is to serve you. Our finest carriages have been set aside for your use, and each will be driven by highly experienced coachmen, safe for one. Beg pardon, why not all of them? Well, there was an incident, you see, nothing bad, I hasten to add, and I had no choice but to discipline the fellow responsible, alas, to proved question why under different circumstances it is very like that I would have chosen him to see Raricaron. A thought occurs me. You're an accomplished adventurer, are you not? Then mayhap you could go to the coffin and persuade the fellow in question to return. Needless to say, noble sir, I would never suggest such a thing were I not in your best interest. It is just that an adventure of such import would seem to me to demand the very best. Would you not agree? No. I'm already invested in someone, so I clear quickly the quest for Copperbone Mines Heart. name's Celestin. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Lydia, one other half, me driving days reader. Gigian saw to that, wouldn't listen when I tried to tell him what happened. Reported to the Blades, he says. What's that got them Blades? What took me stuff in the first place? To him it's all excuses, and Ryan, of course, tells me I've got to pay for the missing goods out me own bleeding pocket. The nerve of that bastard. Trent's only his stuff is good robbed, and they even took me ring. I was gonna give that to me less. You know, but does he give two shites about me, and what loss does he? Bollocks. Hey, yeah, mean to say you'll take care of it. Get the stuff back in. Everything, Fraser 12, things are finally starting to look up. I hear tell the Horsons take it all to somewhere in Noficus or else. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Ain't like they've got to hide there. Dune's been late and all. But yet, best be careful, son. They ain't like to return what they took just cause you asked polite. Okay, and like your face, Sonny. Makes me want to do things to it, and I reckon my mates feel the same way. Ain't that right, lads? I yield, it's all yours. Just don't hurt me, please. Okay, now we're heading back to... Oh, it's your any luck finding the blades would rob me. 12, bless you, son. Now I can settle my accounts with Gideon. I'll make my way to Scorpion Crossing straight away. Looking forward to working with you. Man of the hour, I hoped you might persuade him to return, but to go so far as to recover the stolen shipment, I must say that was a welcome surprise. Pray inform Master Orphanal that our preparations are complete, and we await his orders. Okay, so... now back to... Mustafa Keklik, welcome to the stream. How you doing? So I can teleport to... let's see... right, I trust. Excellent. I shall leave more tasks in your capable hands. On which note, the Arrow class is now ready to receive the Domans, which means our next order of business is to ensure their safe passage to Ulda. As we speak, the Domans are being ferried to Vesper Bay, after which they will be transported by carriage to Ulda. Alas, while our plans have proceeded relatively smoothly until now, efforts to coordinate the refugees' preparations have met with less success. Micah would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever needs to be done, do it. Speak with Hosen when you arrive. He has been designated the leader of the first group. This filler quest's done between Realm Born and Heaven's Ward, and I really hope after Heaven's Ward that the fillers between the content between Heaven's Ward and Stormblood is not so long at these quest line. Greetings, Orphanot. Informed me that Cyan would be arriving to help with the preparations. I'm honored to meet you. So shamed as well, a great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. Aye, I knew from a glance what manner of man you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Little good as it does us when our enemies are the elements. Instauration, an act so simple as carrying a heavy crate, is beyond the capabilities of our healthiest men, believe it or not. Pray, forgive this trifle, but would you bring to me the aforementioned crate on the docks? There's no one else to whom I can turn. That's great. I spine your arms, pray, give it to me quickly, the contents are dear. I thought my strength somewhat restored, but that clearly is not the case. By the gods, the armor, how could this have happened? That was bestowed upon my fathers for feasts and Rayla, every scale forged by a mastersmith, guaranteed to withstand the test of time, or so we thought. The armor must have shifted within its confines during the long sea voyage. Many scales have come loose, and there are holes in the bottom of the crate. So rich the four missing scales icon must have fallen. It can be repaired in time, but only if we recover those scales. Please, sir, retrace your steps and collect any scales you come across. And the last one. I know not how I can face my father should those scales be forever lost. Bless you, sir, I'm in your debt. All that remains of Doma now are our mementos and memories. I can only hope that when such keepsakes are lost to us, those memories will be enough. While we were seeing to that crate, the other members of my group finished preparing their belongings for shipment. Once all of the carriage arrive, we can begin loading. But you needn't concern yourself with that. We can manage with the coachman's help. Rather, I would like you to help round up the children that have been given into my care. My son Yosen can tell you more. Oh, hello there, I'm Yosen, son of Hosan. While you be coming with us to Ulda, I weary traveling by horse-drawn carriage. But do not think they're queer giant birds that people ride like horses. I still want to try riding one, but what's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help, so we're just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yagiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Great, we have to help little children playing hide and seek. So where? Okay, I think one of them is, yeah. Hiding child. How did you find me? I guess I need to practice more. Oh, maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Gallians didn't find me. Hey, you're not Yolan. Who are you? I'm Koharu Microele. I didn't know anyone else was. Wait a minute. You are one of those stallions, aren't you? No, science, and you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Oh, right, it's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Microrail. So, one more child. Come on. Where are you, child? Okay. What is a meeting? It's that you know, I wonder. Maybe it's Are you playing? Ah, no fair. Yozan didn't say anything about adults who get to ride a horsebird carriage. I don't know. It sounds scary, but if Yozan says it's safe, I go. I'll go. Okay, sweet children. Wonderful, large and are counted. Hide and seek. I see that you are curious. It's quite simple. It is quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri thought it best that the children know what to do in case Galleons found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. Doesn't requires your assistance with another personal matter. Why, I'm not surprised. All of the carriages have arrived, but my father, stubborn to the last, he is refusing to leave. 'Tis the smell of the chocobos. Many of us found it difficult to bear, but he cannot abide it. To be honest, I find it odd that I've yet to meet an Eorzean who shares our sentiments, other than the waitress at the pissed paste. Mayhap she has a means to address the smell. Mate, you go and see what she knows. Okay, okay, it's all here. Germans are sickened by chocolate smell. Huh, I know just how they feel. Carriage rides make me more crazy than boat rides because of that alone. Why not try using this perfume to mask the smell? I can't promise it'll help, though I swore off carriages ages ago. Too much romancing. Oh wait, in the seven hells, you're done. To my birds, dozen ambuscades know what chemical concoctions that ain't right. They're skittish creatures at heart. Get 'em rolled up and they're liable to go everywhere which way but the one you want. Explain yourself. Well, what's done, it's done. Reckon you best make sure it did the trick before you call the old man over. So get in there and take a good long whiff. Don't be shy now. Bah, like some vile old flower watered cover up with Chocobo's musk. Bless your heart, son. You're going about this wrong way. Rather than pouring perfume on everything that offends your olfactory senses, just do it like the gobies do. What you don't keen me meaning, or you ain't never traded tongue flaps with a goby trader. I'm talking about their masks, son. Gobies don't care much for the air around these parts, hence why they wear contraptions. They pack 'em with herbs and whatnot. Here, take the scarf, splash, and a few drops of that. Their perfume's on it, and tell the old man to tie it around his face like so. Cause you better hope he doesn't hate the perfume too. Try as might, I cannot convince my father to board the carriage. Have you any ideas how we might deal with the chocobo smell? Of course, why did I not think of that? Such a simple, elegant solution. We should take this to my father's at once. Must have a coincidence that Flosquin's perfume was made from peach blossoms. At first my father scoffed, but one sniff was enough to put his mind at ease. Oh, if only you could have seen our orchards, so vast, so vibrant. Foreign merchants clamored for our fruit, so great was our reputation. It is past time that we move on. The carriages are waiting. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I will be traveling in the lead carriage along with young Koaru, whom I believe you are already met. So I understand the route to Ulura is regularly patrolled by your breastplates. It would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you are ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Eager to be off, are ya? Well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that runner from the Blades. Say we might have a problem. A fierce-looking beastie been sighted south of the bridge to Himalaya. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, but I don't pay to gamble in its business. Now I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot here's another story, so I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around, make sure that the area is safe, like. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way's clear, meet us outside Horizon. The Blades tell me that the road there is safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own, assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us. That's it. Hello, how are you doing? So, now I have to head back. So, there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Well fought, sir, well fought. Ah, if only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind, he forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of our strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten, Lady Ugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, so they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? And kind Father, to she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Ravenland's tall will grow and prosper by our hands. Hey, Master Micah Coherent, I want to know why you became an adventurer. Gain power to glory, to amass a fortune, to go wiser in the wild world. Corsair, the wild rose blooms. So you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow in lots of places? It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Micah, I've got a question. What's Ronan's Toll like? It is pretty. Must not plus frequent day because so there's lots of rocks and things. It sounds a bit scary, but you'll be there too, won't you? Enough, Koharu. It's my turn again. Mr. Micah, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Get experiences and fight fierce beasts straight by armor and weapons from arena. Yeah, come, we go straight every day. Paul Palmer, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Aha, so my father was right. How do you do it then? Come on, tell me, and don't leave anything out. Alright, that's enough. Question for Mr. Micah. That's not fair. Why does Yosen get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Micah. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. When we get to Ravenstall, let's make an adventurers guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Master Micah and Lady Ugiri. Yeah, just like Meister Micah and Lady Ugiri. We can tell more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Okay. Black meat. What's that building here? Never mentioned. Never noticed it before. Anything important, so let's go to the brick side and speak resolve not. If I remember correctly, there was also some quest line before Heaven's Ward, with some boss fight, with some raid on a bridge. So it's been. Will be a bit after this quest line too. Micah, I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Ugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. It's past time. Lady Ugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak with Slavborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Ugiri to Montpelier and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Micah. And this must be the estimated Lady Geary and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the tower. I hope you do not find your desks dears of fineries of pudding, poor though we may seem, we have wells of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed do not enter into it here, and we welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slaveborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, and not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand. He gives the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I am concerned. As you wish, Slaveborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet meet the antecedent 7 hells, Micah. Why are you wasting time with me? See them through the rising stones. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the rising stones anon. Killa, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? There's no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Goldesian continue to meet with failure. Oriangé has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will preserve, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. May I be question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved? I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of the refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Ugiri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. You have no objections, pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleased me beyond words, my lady, but you are quite certain we have no way knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Ravenstall could not accommodate us all, we could need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slavbone. Lady Giri, Micah. The Domin's journey has been uneventful. They have endured too much hardship for far too long. Forgive me, there was another matter I wish to discuss. My mother was to see to it that Domans received a welcome supper. Now that the first group is nearly here, would you go and see if she is in need of assistance? Hello again, Mike. To what do I owe the pleasure? Ever the warrior, my Celia. The 7/7s should have the meals ready by now, so I believe they have yet to be they have yet to be delivered. Would you mind speaking with Alice, to be sure? Oh, and take this wine with you. The adults will appreciate it. The wine bottles. What will it be? Wine or something stronger? How very kind of you. Volunteer your help. Yeah, take these meals to the emissary's assistant outside the northern gate. She handled distribution. As you can see, the Domans but recently arrived. I was assured we would have food and drink by now, but we've yet to receive aught from the 7/7. Excellent. Many thanks, Micah. While they had rations to stay their hunger during the journey, there's no suitable for a freshly cooked meal. I must say, I was not expecting you, of all people, to deliver these. Far be it from me to question your organization's delegation of duties, but surely there are other tasks better suited for your talents. So, on further consideration, I should probably consider this a blessing. We have a situation which would benefit from your personal attention. Mayhap you have already heard, but the lake cobras that inhabit the area along the road to St. Conch find multiplied to plague-like proportions of late. This wasn't a concern for us in the past, as only proven adventurers tend to gather in Ravenstall. However, with the recent arrival of the Doman refugees, among which are the elderly and the young bows, suffice it to say it would not do for our newly arrived guests to fall prey to the local fauna. For their sake, would you be so kind as to rid us of these rampant cobras? These creatures have made nests among the broken piece of the Imperial airship. You can use the slices of rancid aft meat to learn them out. To lure them out. Okay, so lost two. Do you run from you? You're kidding. Nope, I'm here right now. But I couldn't you. There should be some nest around here. Of course, against the last room we have to fight separately. One by one, just to make the quest longer, I guess. Giro, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? PD Nation, welcome. How are you doing? So the culling is done. Thank you. You have done us all a great service. Will you wear a field tending to that business? I saw that the Domans were fed. They are weary from their long journey, and the memory of their lost homeland is heavy. Their hearts. Yet at dare say I sensed a glimmer of hope in their bearing. In time they may yet regain semblance of inner peace. Oh, I saw to mention that something seemed to be afoot over at the Rising Stones. Lest you be absent for a matter of import, it may be well to report back. So Oh, oh, oh. Oh, sorry. Just a bit tired.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning a Efreet with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja, yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Ugh.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless one. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Unfib and Industry. Money and Jimmy Julio, Kane, welcome. Unfib and Industry, welcome. How are you doing, guys? Very well, I shall not stand in your way on the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
Okay,
I take it something ill is afoot.
Big Brain and JRC3, welcome. I take it something else afoot.
Aye, a primal is about to be
Ruby
loosed
and
upon Eorzea.
Duncan, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, guys? Aye, a primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Primal?
No.
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Plainly, should the rest come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventually inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the primal's return might be prevented, we must needs spend all our efforts toward achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lumensa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. Just have to teleport to the loft. Oh, it's done. Here. Your expected prey takes his lift to the command room. Welcome, friends. I take the Stoll as apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had no crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Sanalan to supplement their cage. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I'm not inclined to let the fishbags have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the science's support in this endeavor. But if gods forbid our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I'm giving you to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reason for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there's something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I'm not so stubborn as to deny the wishes of one whose aid I require. But precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Micro Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsar spawning grounds. Upon completing the mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkbreda has charge of the garrison. Okay, teleport. content in the patches between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward is only so much, I think. Because there was a very long break over nearly over a year, if I'm not wrong, until getting came between. Okay, no, between Heavensward and Heavensward and Bloodborne's also a year, so it's taking that I have come seeking for breeder of the Maelstrom. Congratulations, you have found her also. So. Expecting your signs of the Seventh Dawn on behalf of the men and women here. I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Subsa spawning grounds. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan emerge, assuming it comes to that. That our scouts might move unhindered and return unscathed. Divisionary maneuvers are presently underway. In charge of these maneuvers is Ujugal. If you are otherwise unoccupied, mayhap you will be willing to offer her your aid. We're here to help with the diversions. Aren't you supposed to be that irreplaceable adventurer the success of the operation is hinging on? I'm inclined to say it's not worth risking your neck for something so trifling such as this, but if the hero insists, who am I to argue? Here, take this explosive. Use them to blow the Sahagin sky high and create a common in Hearthstone, the likes of which the fishbacks have never seen. That ought to keep them good and occupied. Oh, and in the event that the Sahagin come after you, there's no need to be shy. Stay around, get yourself acquainted after it takes to buy more time for our scouts. Where is... Just okay. Was a success. I hear the fireworks all the way over here. My thanks for We've done all we can for our scouts. All that's left is to pray that they return safely. Gentlemen, sir, how might I be of service? Our scouts are long overdue. I feel that I may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it's not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Subsa, all told. Here, takes this flask of restorative to utensils who may have been wounded. So it pains me not even consider the notion if they have perished, circumstances permitting. I ask you to recover their bodies, but by no means venture too deep into the enemy territory. However, we can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Somebody of all times to get the restorative. Thank you, I owe you my life. We are ambushed by the serpent reavers, lightly armed as we are. We didn't stand a chance. Andrew, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpentine. I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to the camp, but I fear the worst from my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Master Hecate, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Okay, just one more. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So, cost of reader. I'm a bit lazy. Back to Ailford. MST, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? You returned, thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does a savagery know no bounds, enemies or no, they go too far. I try to think what may have become of the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have had intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral will finalize the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Of eternity. Thrice damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 L's. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand. Savvy. I apologize, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Zapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We but await our order, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the swamping grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. But we are not artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take Zapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Hagen's legions of drowned pirates at the Serpent's time. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the Forging levies spearhead the assault and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the self-same moment, a diversionary squadron formed of gallants from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. And likewise, Rescience shall form smaller units in hope of confusing the Sahagin defense effort. Micah and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering our path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwanted attention. Sacred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take your heels and circle round to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Micah. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Manphilia, as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends, to battle. When last did we fight side by side, Micah? Too long ago, I reverend, but come, let us away. Pray do not concern yourselves that but a cleanse your glow. Come, easy raid is close at hand, let us press on.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much? So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency. To the Aetheryte!
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled swordwalkers, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
Ah! Such power! It is
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. But it should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Understand I speak of a normal wall of water, and that which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements. If his last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer history to be repeated, yet how in the seven hells are we prevented? So our plight cries out for action. We must take sword. So long as Leviathan remains in open seas, effectively beyond our reach, our fleet is second to none. Of that you may be sure, but Lemelin himself would struggle to best the Lord of the Brawl. In his element, in a straight fight, he would make meat and much food of us. We need another plan. Such much is plain. Yet let us return to Limsa and see if we can think of one. Shall wait you in the command room. So back to Limsa. for I challenge Leviathan. I have to study the tactics of that primal, because it's been a while since I You're expected in the command room. Pray do not keep that low rating.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the Company of Heroes achieve with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady. But to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
It will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Moraby Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Being sold as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one as humbling and terrifying in equal measure. Was that I have come face to face with a Brimel, I do begin to understand why the Galleons feel them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I just at best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the companies of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disclined to put any store by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Y'shtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having very glimpse of survival on 2 ships, some rope and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claim. Micah, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning idleness. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lanarskea. The stone private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Okay, Lower Lanarskea. Soul seems to be the next one. What the heck? No. Teleport to Moravi. Why am I at Moravi? I was teleporting to... Oh no, it's some other... or it's Tractum again. Now look here, you all have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over the mill. But sir, that's what you said before. You had me pick those oranges for you before I mucked at the chocobo stables and before I rolled that milestone over the mill, and also before... Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days, and do you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I give you what you want. Never let it be said that all Trechum ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, cause I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting. Yeah, can. Tales of Treacherum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Now, Leviabetus huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big each of his scales is about as right across as me members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. When I fought him... Sorry. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was spouting. This must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage, cause that proved to be a grave mistake. What happens next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots, but not wanting to take all the glory for myself. I let my mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic, mayhap too modest. Now there's some as say you can never truly beat Leviabetus, that you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation, not the company soul. Wow, it's you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean. I was just enjoying the attention. It's all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the companies of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm a chocobodang. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobodang. I have to lie to women to tumble them, and that don't happen much. Me, members, tiny, it's pathetic. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with my own eyes. It was fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking my duties on the day, learning about the harbor when I saw it. Great big massive sea serpent, some miles off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I sold myself right there and then. Oh God, just remembering that day made me sell myself all over again. Hey, wait, if you're asking after Leviabetus, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care, he really is terrible dreadful, I tell ya. If you're not careful, you end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless lying whoreson, I can't believe you made me handle a chocobodang. Michael, this Minfilia, were you able to learn aught of us against Leviathan? I beg your pardon, Leviabetus? I see, that's unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morawi dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you're able. I'm told you're drawn to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll regard it serve to take your mind off the events of recent days, so but enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. A Drin vessel, the for later, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my exceptions. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The poor later and her crew stands ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Resistance, water resistance. I know that look. You're ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the royal later may not be pretty, but I assure she's capable. She has been fitted with that our friends at Enadic and Rumlis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming this thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It's expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversion. Sancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist in this effort. It is to fulfill its purpose. Your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Subsur, I dare say the fish bags will find your presence highly diverting. Sancred and Y'shtola, if you would join the Third Levy and Lady Ugiri the Fifth. But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these: go rarely, for the sea's an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Micah. May the crystals bless and keep you. So later. Okay. So we've 4. Why is an Atmo tank good idea? Often should pick up ads. Okay. So who's main and who's off? That's it. commanders. Left, right side. Move east west to the plum is on the initial front back side. North south, he will jump lengthwise across the platform. Move east west to avoid it. Cool the grace from turn there. Appear activates elemental converter middle of south. Siege and it becomes available. Okay. Okay, first time tanking this. I'm so glad to have the news to use. Expected me such expect from me that I will do this first time. Okay, that was quick. Night party, full party, okay. Okay, so I'll probably take the Ensign. Okay, French players. Yeah, okay. Well, it's called hard mode, but that's the easy mode, at least, cause in the really hard mode is extreme, and in extreme, in the last phase, there are no no. There's no railing at the sides, so you fall. So if you don't pay attention, you fall down, and I'm not sure if I don't think you're arrivable, but I'm not sure it's the case. So back to Limser and report this. Okay, so knowing the urgency of your businesses, I thought it best to refrain from making conversations during your past few visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You're an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe it. You, not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I'm heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Morderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at work.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds stood before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion?
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Admiral has informed me of the arrangement I have in my keeping, a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. The south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Oh, now, before you go, I'm obliged to remain that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadow of lumens in society. They value their independence more highly than pirates and are united by a bond stronger than misrule, to which they are invariably wary of new faces, so it be penned by the Admiral herself. Mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's a letter. Go to the informed place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. So this is a story part which leads me to their ninja not ninja skills, thief skills, or something. I mean, I have already unlocked the class, but got business with me, adventurer. So you're the man that Mole sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Sancred too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eaten grin, but what was all the doe-eyed wenches about? I expect he's got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner, what Melweb says, wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, my lady. I'm Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, Les. Limsa is a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping spotless reputation. spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose, I see. Now that's a practitioners of my art too are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There's much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, you geary of dough, what's it? We can get acquaintance in more private surrounds. That didn't come out right, did it? Master Mike, I shall remain with these people for a time. Then I might study the race. So I'm loath to be separated from my countrymen. I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. I've been a true friend to the Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Much more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the gallant deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you overlong. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Manfulia, pray relay to her my humble thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must need fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Right. Wait, are we reaching the final? No, but I thought there are more crests incoming. But I could be wrong. Oh wait, I have still the return on. Revenant's Tome. Oh, alright, another following quest series is coming after. The outro sequence.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo, though I cannot well explain the how of it. It would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elizabeth spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Our friends are very isolated of everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns a certain fluctuation which has powers previously attributed to good King Mughamac XII. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have to thank you to thank. Yet all is not well in the 12th, with our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say that the mayor possibly warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Acelia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of a problem? A band of refugees hailing from Ulda this time are coming to Revenant's Toll seeking for asylum. It would seem they accept us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present they are in the 7-7 awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhaps this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Celia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Micah should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Okay, let's do that meeting, and after that I call it a day, and I see you guys tomorrow. So that should be... oh, there. Save here. I apologize for keeping waiting. My name is Manphilia, and I lead the Science of the 7th Dawn. 12, be braced. It is you! We're ready, willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task, and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourself. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. I've been living off the scraps of Ulda for years now, trying to piece together a life of replace the one what God took. They say there's work, but there's naught for an honest man. Naught as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms. Any votes, the flames do what they can for us. Of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. And then it came to me, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it's true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it's not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us. If I might have a word, Tataru, is aught amiss? Our cheatings from Ulda, my lady. Orphanage has been wounded. What? How? How is this serious? I cannot say of certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently lashing out any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 elves. Now the Blades have an excuse. They round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. And Descendant, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady, we are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I'm not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphinite and quickly. If he's in danger over us, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalymo will see to it. Alphinite is being treated at the hourglass. Hurry, Micah. Okay, and that's completed for today. Thanks everyone for joining. I see you tomorrow, and I try to be back on point at 6:15. Yeah, see you then. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it, and I wish you good night or good rest of your day, whatever time it is for you. And yeah, see you then. Bye, everyone.